Okay, so Howard University, as you all remember, I came in as an English major, general music minor, and I started living off it slow. Now, due to some unforeseen reasons, uh, the original person over residence life has was long story short, was fired. So, I had to go about finding a new way of meeting with the new person so I can make sure I was being rightly accounted for. At this school, there is only technically there's three of us, but I only count two of us because the other one isn't really here on campus. But transgender people, there's me, and then there's one other student. I'm the one male to female. Then there's one female to male, and ironically, our offices are both next to each other. So I'm the corresponding secretary currently for the Transfer Student Association, and I can't remember their position, but they're a part of Cascade, which is the LGBT group on Howard University. Not the only one, that's the one just for the main campus. There's also one for the medical school as well as for the law school, and I think School of Divinity too. I'm not sure. But after going through the transition of coming up to DC and all of that and everything that happened, it weighed heavily upon my grades and it was really hard for me to get through. So I wound up not doing the greatest and had to pull a comeback. So, and I did, and I'm doing really good now. Um, and so what wound up happening to me and for me was I had a lot of housing issues. So what happened was the dormitory I was staying in, they weren't going to leave open for the summer, so I couldn't stay there or work there. And I had to get moved to of course, another upper class dorm that I could stay in for the summer because I didn't have anywhere else to go. And so I went to stay there, and I was staying with a former person that lived in Slow that was a girl. And when we came in, we asked, can we be roommates? And they said, yeah, sure. They didn't know that I wasn't a girl. So they put us together, and like documentation says two females, like it was all fine. So coming into the fall of last semester, because we're now in spring, she didn't come back. And so I was stuck trying to figure out what am I going to do? I was like, are they going to move a guy in here or am I going to get another girl? So I went to speak with Res Life, and what the conversation that was had was pretty much stating that, well, not only we can't legally push you with another woman, whoever was put you with a woman was wrong and shouldn't have did that because they weren't aware, but we cannot just up and put you with another woman. That's not a good thing. We can't do that legally. So, because I'm not legally a woman yet. And I was like, well, I can't be with another man. Like, that's just, that's out of the question. Like, I made that completely clear. I don't want to stay with any other man. So, they was like, well, maybe they'll be fine. Maybe they will be okay. Maybe they'll be open-minded. I was like, and what if they're not? Like, that's not the case. Don't get me wrong. I'm all for educating. I was like, but some people are too ignorant to want to be educated, and you're now putting me and my livelihood at risk because there are people that are ignorant enough that they feel like they have the right to do an action, and you're putting me at risk, and I take my livelihood very seriously. So, no, like that's just not an option. He was like, well, as of right now, I don't know what else we can do for you, but we'll see. So I brought the idea to them about having a best friend of mine that I'm friends with for now 8 years. We even have a matching tattoo together. You see her on my Instagram probably. And I opted for her to be my roommate, and they still said no. So, almost for like the first month of the fall, I was staying in a double by myself. Then, out of the blue, they told me they wanted to move me into an efficiency, which means it's an entire suite by myself with my own bed, bathroom, and kitchen, which is where I'm being filmed at, or filming myself right now. So that's what I have, and that's where they moved me, and that's kind of how it's been. And now the dormitory that I'm in, they're going to close down for the summer and like work on and fix. And so now it's like, oh crap, where am I going to go? Because I don't know if I have anywhere else to stay really for the summer, and now I have to figure this out again. So be with me. I'm going to go to Res Life and hopefully have a better conversation, and hopefully put them aware to what has happened, because for the most part, when I go to Res Life, I'm very, friendly, open. I speak with them, I check in on them, but I don't tell them about all the struggles and the things that I deal with walking in and around campus and how people treat or look at me. And I don't say much of anything. I just kind of, I keep certain things to myself, and I deal with them in my own way. So I'm going to tell them about what has happened, the things that have transpired since I've last been there, because they still don't know about the Vine situation. They think that I'm just getting my life here and everybody loves and accepts me, and it's like, no, that's not the case at all. No. But I'm going to be switching my major to broadcast journalism for a lot of reasons, but it feels like it's probably what I need to be doing, especially after a conversation I had with one of my professors. But I think that's about it via school. Like I said, I do stuff with the Philly Club as well. I'm like their retention specialist or whatever, but I don't, yeah, it's a whole nother thing. But aside from that, it's all good via school wise. I'm okay. I'm safe. I've made a lot of new connections and new friends and opened up a lot of new minds and taken some people under my wing. And I try to help out as much as I can. And I officially, yeah, I'm okay for now. Like, that's all I can really say. But on to the next video, because now we're at 6 minutes. Bye.